Pond 5.
Hi there, wig lover. This is Heather from CysterWigs.com, and today I'm bringing you a review of a brand new Noriko wig called Lulu, and the color I'm reviewing on Lulu is the very beautiful Illumina-R. I wanted to turn around really quick to show you the color a little bit better, because you can really see in the direct sunlight that this color seems to glow. It is just an extremely pale, beautiful ash color. Now it's kind of like a platinum. I wouldn't necessarily call this a light gray, though it's kind of like on the border between the two. If I turn around and show you what it looks like when the light's coming from behind, I mean, it's definitely got more of that blonde to it, but there is not a lick of gold in this color whatsoever. So it's definitely a high fashion, ashy platinum color with extremely dark number 4 roots. Lulu is one of Noriko's brand new partial monofilament offerings, and I had a few of these on hand to choose from. I had one in Nutmeg R that I also have that I might put on later on in this review just to show you what it looks like in a non-platinum color. But for the majority of the review, I want to show it to you in this color because I think it looks really beautiful in this color. Lulu has lots of little curls all around, kind of swooping all over the sides. I want to show you what this one looks like from all sides. I mean, it's adorable. It's a very cute wig. Now, there's one thing I want to say about the fit of this, because I always try to make a comment about the fit during the course of all of my reviews, as you've probably noticed if you've been watching for a while. I have a 23.5-inch circumference, as I've mentioned in most of my videos, and I find that most Noriko wigs tend to fit very tight on my head, and they're kind of uncomfortable. This one is no exception. I find this one to be really uncomfortable on me. Now, that's not to say that it's going to be uncomfortable on you, and I mean that because they call average cap size average for a reason. Most people fit within the range of average. So I would say, you know, you're pretty safe, generally speaking, if you're anywhere from, and I mean, this is a pretty big range actually, anywhere from like 21.5 inches to about 23 inches, because you can adjust the caps, and most caps will stretch a little bit with time. Now that is not a hard and fast rule. Certain brands stretch a little bit more than others. But I will say that most of the time people within that range can do pretty well with an average sized wig. It's everybody that fits outside of that range that has a little bit of problem, because, you know, I most of the time can fit into average sized wigs without much difficulty. But it's with Noriko or with the Amore line, I have a lot of issues with trying to get their caps to fit me properly. They're just a little too close to the head, and they fit very true to average, which is something that I'm going to start saying more and more throughout this particular season of wig reviews, because I feel like that is a very accurate way of describing what I just said. If I say something fits true to average, I'm indicating to you that it fits within that range, which is, again, a fairly large range. It's again, anywhere from like around 21.5 inches to about 23 inches, because you can let the wigs in and out, and they will stretch a little bit with wear, so you can get a little bit of leeway there. But if you are a smaller cap size than that, you're best to fit into a petite wig. And if you're a larger cap size than that, your best bet is to go with a large cap wig, which limits your options. It totally does, which is why I try to stick towards average cap wigs, and I just try to, you know, fight my way towards finding the average caps that will accommodate my big noggin. But that is a bit of an arduous journey. I'm not gonna lie, it takes a lot of experimentation, and it does cost some money. Because, you know, even with me owning a store, it does take trial and error, and I do personally go through a lot of money trying to find wigs that fit me appropriately, because I don't fit that normal bracket. And to be perfectly frank, because every single brand uses a different head form to create the shape of their wigs. Every brand fits a little bit differently. So even if you do fit in that range, I mean, I know that this is all really scary and I'm making it worse, but you know, even if you do fit in that range, some companies are going to fit you better than others. And there are a lot of people out there who these Noriko wigs fit like a glove. They fit like a dream, okay? And it's part of the reason why these Noriko wigs are so darn popular. It's because they fit really, really, really well on a really large portion of the wig wearing community. I'm just not part of that part of the community. I'm one of those outliers with a big head, you know. So when I say something's true to average, I just want to make it totally clear what I'm saying, you know, because I know a lot of women, I don't know what it is about us girls. We tend to think we're huge when we're not, because I get emails from people all the time saying, I have a large head, it's 22.5 inches. Honey, you're not a large cap girl. If your head is 22.5 inches, that is not large cap territory. You're still well within the average range as far as I'm concerned. You should be able to find a brand that will fit you well. Now you might have bulk in a part of your head. That means whatever brand you're wearing won't accommodate you well. We can work with you to find a brand that will work. But by and large, you're not a large cap person. You know, large cap to me is, you know, around my cap size and a little bit bigger. So just making that perfectly clear. So back on track. I think Lulu is super cute, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take her off so I can show you what all this PM stuff is about. Partial monofilament does not in fact mean that it has a lace front. I know a lot of people read the descriptors on either the Noriko website or on another Wigs website or on my wig site, and they thought, oh, it's got a monofilament front, and they thought that that means it has a monofilament lace front, and that's not the case. I mean, not strictly speaking. There is no extension here with the lace, nothing in that true sense of the word. What it does have, however, is basically like an extension of the monofilament part. So it's basically like it has an L shape to the mono part. So it's basically like the front is monofilament, the top left-hand side here is also monofilament, and that is very, very densely threaded and very well done. Though it is single monofilament, so it is like the rest of the Noriko wigs in that regard, and not like the Amore line, in that it is a single threaded monofilament lace part. I mean, this kind of monofilament is technically called Swiss lace, and I know that can make it very confusing. I like the knotting here though, because look how dark that knotting is, but look how beautifully done that is. I mean, I don't know how much detail you're picking up on that camera, but the knotting is very fine and it's very well done. It's this beautiful knotting on this wig. And then here, I'm going to shake her up a little bit. Here you can see that beautiful texture. All the little loose curls all over the place. Lots of body. Now, I do not, under any circumstance, recommend changing the part. I know a lot of you are very stubborn. You like your right hand parts. If you like your right hand parts, buy a monotop wig. I know that that's really rude to say, I'm sure, but you're gonna run into a world of trouble. Seriously, a world of trouble if you try to wrestle with one of these monopart wigs and try to rearrange the part. I mean, technically you can do it. It's probably not gonna look very good, and it's just gonna make the entire wig look weird, okay? Because they're styled after that part is installed, okay? So the cap is constructed, and then they cut the hair, and then they style it. So it's basically styled around the monofilament feature. So by altering this part, you're basically changing the entire structure of the wig when it comes to these monopart wigs. So, you know, word of caution there. So now I'm going to go ahead and put Lulu back on for you so you can see what she looks like, again, in this lovely Illumina-R color. So yeah, this wig is super cool. You can do a lot with this side. You can fluff her up a little bit. Looks a little mad science-y like that though, especially this hair color. Oh, Akron, home sweet home. I don't know if you could pick up that that siren, but lets me know I'm definitely in Akron. But yeah, I mean, you can fluff her up, you can style her a bit more, you can get more volume out of Lulu if you like. Now it's kind of hard to see my cap because I'm wearing a dark colored cap, but if I pull on it a little bit, you can see right there is that monofilament. And there again is that monofilament. But that's why I showed it to you when it was off my head to demonstrate it just a little bit better. It's very well done monofilament features on this one. So there you have it. This is the adorable Lulu by Noriko in the color Illumina-R, which is a very beautiful high fashion ash platinum with intense dark brown roots. This is a very beautiful alternative to a gray, so if you're looking for something that's not quite gray, not quite blonde, this is a very, very nice in-between. And this is also a very nice alternative to a lot of the gold-based blondes that are out there. It seems like all of the manufacturers are coming out with more ashy options, so that's fabulous. So until next time, I hope you have a fabulous evening. I'm Heather from CysterWigs.com, and check out my store if you get a chance. It's just www.cysterwigs.com. Bye-bye.